You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. James Clear wasn't talking about productivity. He was talking about mastery. Because real growth doesn't come from wanting more. It comes from refining what's already there. Most people think mastery is about arriving, about finally feeling finished, confident, complete. But mastery isn't a destination. It's repetition, refinement, the discipline to return to yourself again and again. In this video, we're going to explore what mastery really looks like when it's lived, not performed. How emotional intelligence becomes power. Why thinking for yourself is a form of freedom. And how learning to trust your inner compass changes the way you move through life. This isn't about chasing more. It's about becoming precise. And if you stay with us, you'll start to see why less is where real mastery begins. From foundation to mastery, reflection on the journey. The first leg of the journey focused on survival, learning how to calm your inner storms, think clearly, and stop relying on others for your identity. This next phase is about precision, discipline, mastery. Mastery is a choice. It's the quiet commitment to keep showing up, especially when there's no applause and no external reward. It's finding out that real power comes from within, not from what others give you, not from circumstances, but from your ability to respond instead of react. Reflection means being honest. Are you still living based on emotional reactivity? Are you still looking for permission to think for yourself? Or have you taken the hard steps to reclaim your mind and your emotional center? You can't fake mastery, and you can't rush it either. The power of emotional intelligence. Let's be real, most people never learn emotional intelligence. They go through life confused and reactive, projecting their pain onto everyone else. Mastery begins when you stop doing that. Emotional intelligence isn't about suppressing your emotions. It's about understanding them, being able to name what you feel, trace where it came from, and choose what to do about it. Mastery means you stop blaming others for your inner world. You take ownership of it. You manage your emotions like a skilled operator checking the dials, adjusting where needed, but never pretending the machine doesn't exist. People with emotional intelligence don't get walked on. They know how to set boundaries without aggression. They can de-escalate a situation because they know how to stay grounded in the middle of chaos. They're not easily manipulated because they see through emotional games. Thinking beyond limits, cultivating critical thought. You were taught what to think. Rarely were you taught how to think. That's where mastery begins, when you stop outsourcing your opinions and start thinking for yourself. Critical thinking is a muscle. Most people don't use it. They consume headlines, repeat slogans, follow trends, and call it insight. Mastery means you challenge what you've been told, not to be a contrarian, but because you value truth over comfort. It means asking better questions. Is this true? Who benefits from me believing this? What evidence is missing? What's my own bias in this situation? Critical thinking doesn't mean you reject everything. It means you weigh everything. You slow down. You make your mind a tool, not a sponge. This kind of thinking frees you from fear, from propaganda, from groupthink. You become your own authority, not in arrogance, but in clarity. Approval from within, breaking free from external validation. Mastery requires solitude. Not just physical solitude, but emotional solitude. The ability to stand alone in your choices without needing validation. It's hard. We're wired to seek approval. But living for applause makes you a prisoner. You start tailoring your truth to what will get the most likes, the least backlash, and the highest status. That's not mastery. That's performance. The person who breaks free from external validation becomes dangerous, not in a reckless way, but in a self-possessed way. They can't be controlled through shame or praise. They move based on what's right, not what's popular. You don't get to this point overnight. You get there by noticing your patterns. When do you say yes just to be liked? When do you shrink to make others comfortable? When do you lie to yourself just to avoid conflict? The more you choose truth over approval, the stronger you get. If any part of this is landing closer than you expected, and you're noticing how often your mind, stays busy but unfocused. How much energy you spend reacting instead of responding. Or how rarely you slow down long enough to hear your own inner signal. I made something to support you. It's a free set of chapter previews and reflection-based prompts, designed to help you sharpen your thinking, build emotional intelligence without suppression, and reconnect with your intuition so your choices feel clear instead of rushed. You'll find the link in the description. The Creative Mindset, Unlocking Growth, Innovation, and Perspective. Creativity isn't limited to art. It's about how you see. It's your ability to generate new ideas, solve problems, and imagine possibilities that others overlook. Most people's thinking gets stuck in loops. Mastery is about breaking out of that and seeing connections between unrelated things. Asking what could be, not just what is. Creativity shows up in your conversations, your work, and your decisions. It's how you reinvent yourself, how you bounce back, how you bring fresh energy to an old problem. To be creative, you have to be willing to fail. You have to get comfortable with not having all the answers. That takes the ego out of the driver's seat and hands the wheel to curiosity. Roadmap for growth, defining your path forward. Growth isn't about becoming someone else. It's about coming back to yourself with your clearest thoughts, your grounded emotions, and your honest intuition. That's what real mastery looks like. You don't need to perform. You need to align. Here's what that path might look like. Step 1, clear the mental clutter. Stop feeding your brain junk. Overconsumption of content, opinions, distractions is blocking your own voice. Turn down the noise. Limit what you take in. Make space to hear yourself. Step 2, stop running from emotion. Emotions aren't the enemy. They're signals. Start feeling what you feel without rushing to fix it or numb it. Practice sitting with discomfort. Ask, what is this emotion trying to tell me? Step 3, reconnect with your intuition. You've felt it before, that gut pull, that quiet nudge. Don't dismiss it, start asking, what do I know deep down that I haven't acted on? Where has my intuition been right before? Step 4, create daily practices. Mastery isn't about dramatic change. It's about small, consistent moves. Build routines around. Journaling to sort thoughts. Mindful breaks to process emotion. Silent reflection to hear your intuition. The power of solitude and self-reflection. Finding clarity within. Silence is underrated. In a noisy world, most people are terrified of being alone with their own thoughts. That's exactly why solitude is powerful. In solitude, you hear yourself clearly. You face the things you've buried under distraction. You see where your decisions come from. You understand what's actually yours and what you inherited from parents, society, trauma, or fear. The goal isn't perfection. It's self-awareness. You can't fix what you won't face. You can't grow without clarity. Trusting your intuition, your inner compass for life. You've got an inner compass. The problem is that most people ignore it. They overthink. They second guess. They let fear override instinct. Intuition isn't magic. It's the sum of your experiences, emotions, observations, and subconscious knowledge. When you trust it, you make faster, better decisions. You spot red flags. You notice patterns others miss. Mastery means tuning back into it and getting quiet enough to hear that gut-level signal, testing it, strengthening it, and trusting it. The more you honor your intuition, the more aligned your life becomes. That's power, not loud or performative, but quiet, grounded, and unmistakably yours. The art of life mastery, bringing it all together. Thought, emotion, intuition, these aren't separate, they work together. Mastery is about integration, knowing when to think, when to feel, and when to trust your gut. Life mastery isn't a goal, it's a skill set, a way of living that's responsive instead of reactive, clear instead of chaotic, grounded instead of scattered. You make better decisions, you have stronger relationships, you lead yourself. You know when to let go, when to hold the line, when to speak up, and when to stay silent. You stop being a victim of circumstance and start becoming an active participant in your own life. So I'd love to know this. What does mastery look like in your life right now? Drop it in the comments. Your reflection might help someone else slow down, sharpen their focus, and recognize their own path. The never-ending journey, living with growth, not destination. Here's the truth: there's no finish line. There is no final level where you arrive. Mastery is a loop. You revisit lessons at deeper levels. You get humbled, stretched, broken, and built again. That's not failure. That's growth. That's the path. That's the work. And if you've made it this far, you already know it's worth it. Because in a world obsessed with arrival, choosing to stay present in the becoming is a rebellion. It says you're not here to impress, you're here to evolve. It's not about the spotlight you stand in, but the light you carry forward. Remember this: mastery isn't about adding more. It's about refining what already exists. This video draws directly from the core teachings in my book Less is More: The Path to a Meaningful Life and its companion workbook. You'll find them linked in the description. They're designed to work side by side. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and don't forget to subscribe.